So the critique that people were making against James Gunn, and again, I did enjoy this movie, um, but they were saying this guy can't even write a single character movie. All he knows how to write is teen movies, and they were trying to say everything that was in it, all these other characters in it, it fit and it worked. And I feel like the Justice Gang, which is what the three of them, and then Metamorpho at the end joins up with it, were calling themselves. I feel like they were all done magnificently. Everything with them was done well. And I think that the reason that you'd want to introduce them isn't just merchandising, even though as a businessman, you know, merchandising, but it's to open up the DCU. There was somebody that said, and I thought that it was an interesting statement that nobody else has made yet. So they had Peacemaker have a little cameo in it. You know who he is? He's on like the HBO
Yeah, yeah.
Max or whatever. So you've got this rated R character makes a cameo in kind of a family movie, and really and truly, if he's doing Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, they're kind of really hopscotching around DC is because that's not a movie that you would probably want to take your kids to. It is a heavily drinking Supergirl, True Grit in outer space, you know, kind of movie. I don't know that they'll go rated R. I think they'll be like a heavy PG-13 with it. But you know, it's not something that it would be like, man, you want to take like a little girl to see this Supergirl movie because it lacks any kind of wholesomeness. You know, Superman's a wholesome character. The Elseworlds version that he's going with of her, that is an Elseworlds version, and he's going with it for main canon. Um, is she's a party girl, she's a lush, uh you know, I don't know if people use like English, like English words like
The
that,
question
a
is, the
drunk.
question is, what is he trying to do here? What is going on?
I think
What is
well,
his goal?
he says that he loves Tom King, and I guess that he loves Tom King. And the biggest critics of Tom King say Tom King's a CSI asset because he had a job with the CSI. I don't know if he still gets paid by them or not. And you know, his mom is a big high up, and he got a job, and he keeps escalating. Uh, I had only read one of his books. It was just like a short, normal comic book. It kind of came off as dry. I knew that I'd saw his name, and I thought, I just don't think that I care for him as a writer. Not saying anything negative, just saying stylistically, it came off choppy and dry, and it just didn't jive with me. Um, so you know, he's no Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens is the man, but
Well,
you know, there's
let's finish the
go
rest
ahead,
of
go
this
ahead.
guy's review. Yeah, let's get this. Let me see what else he
Girl
says.
and Metamorpho going to stop the war. And even though Hawkgirl was barely used in the movie, she did have her own moment. She got to
He
kill
did.
the dictator. And regarding the Ultraman twist, where he's actually a clone of Superman, I mean, that
Bizarro,
was pretty
basically.
predictable. I theorized that like years ago when they filmed. But I still like how it's like a metaphor for the evil Superman trope, and it dies in this movie. We had some cool cameos in
Bizarro.
here. We got Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord, and
Mhm.
Peacemaker's actually in here too. He was talking trash about Superman. Dude, the audience I was with were cheering when he
Everybody
showed up. That was
cheered
like
when
a
he showed
huge
up. Everybody
surprise,
went
but definitely a
wild.
welcome one. I'll talk about the ending and the
They did
credit scene in the
respond
next
well to
video, but
Supergirl
I
too.
really enjoyed this movie.
Okay, I mean that's just conceptually right.
Yeah,
Kevin
they
Hart,
did
Let's
go
go
wild
back.
for the
250.
Supergirl too. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot going on with this movie. I saw it. I'm giving it an 8 out
Let's
of
see what
10.
he says.
Saw the new Superman last night. I'll have full thoughts on my channel. Adam does movies on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe there if you
It's
want
a
to hear those.
commercial,
But
Benny.
quick
You're looking at
thoughts.
clips.
It is a entertaining, colorful, 2-hour PG-13 disappointment. And I say that in the most positive light possible. I really like the James Gunn films, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Slither, the Suicide Squad. Even his Peacemaker TV show was a lot of fun. And so I had very high hopes for this new Superman. I thought he would freaking nail it. And while I do like the tone,
actor did
while I
well.
do like all the actors that played these characters, there was something major missing. And that was the emotional core. That was the stoicness of Superman. We have a lot of jokes.
It's
We
a
have a lot of
script if you don't
humor
like
in
it.
this movie. We have a
It
lot
had a
of
Marvel
characters
tone,
in
like
this
the Marvel
movie.
humor.
And we have a lot of action. Unfortunately, we also have a lot of Superman getting his ass kicked. So
Tons.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of people were saying. That
Enormous.
how
Yeah.
can if you're Superman, how are you getting beaten up constantly, right?
Well, I feel like, and there's ways that you can excuse this. That one, he was fighting against a clone of himself, and then Lex Luthor was telling him like, A24, you know, like all this moves list because he had watched Superman for all these years. So he's using his mind with this like you know, version of Superman that's calling himself Ultraman. So you had that going on. You had him with exposure to kryptonite, all that.